Prime Minister Robinah Nabbanja, through a motion to Parliament, has asked that the House expresses gratitude to the President, Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, for what she described as a clear and concise exposition of the State of the Nation address on June 4, 2026. Accordingly, Prime Minister Nabbanja noted that the President's guidance on the country's economic progress is centered on zero tolerance to corruption and no politeness to non-performers. This, according to PM Nabbanja, is worth appreciating.
He also emphasized that economic transformation of Uganda has not been accidental or by chance, but a deliberate journey spanning over 6 decades. His Excellency noted that they started small with minimal resources to educate communities to abandon nomadism and engage in more productive farming. This has yielded distinctive economic growth and financial freedom that continues into the next generation.
PM Nabbanja reminded the House on the President's reassurance to the nation about the availability of the factors for wealth creation and other efforts to build a prosperous country, including infrastructure services like the road network, the revamping of the meter gauge railway, and the building of the standard gauge railway, as well as the establishment of pipelines for crude oil petroleum products.
Let Honorable Speaker, this motion gives us an opportunity as leaders to reflect on how we too can educate and mobilize our people that we lead in our constituencies towards transformed livelihoods. It is a pivotal moment to appreciate the President's insights on the potential of Uganda's economy in the sectors of commercial agriculture, manufacturing, services, and ICT.
The motion was seconded by a number of members of Parliament.
His Excellency gave the nation an unwavering assurance of continued enjoyment of peace in this country, which is the bedrock of our thriving economy. Democracy cannot be absolute except when we have peace, law, and order. So without security, our legislative mandates, our economic policies, our national development frameworks would all be meaningless.
As he emphasized that the strong and legal framework is the vital protection of the major government projects like energy, roads, that will expedite the growth of the economy.
The leader of opposition, Joel Ssenyonyi, however, pointed out areas of dissent, citing that the President's address did not touch on human rights abuse by a section of enforcement agencies.
Speaker and colleagues, sometimes government blames opposition, civil society, and media houses for making the country look bad. But if we are to be honest with ourselves, we would realize that some government officials contribute a great deal to making our country look bad. Whenever people are abducted and tortured, or when media houses get closed arbitrarily, these violations of the law make it to international press, and you've been seeing international press report about these issues.
Ssenyonyi hailed the government's initiative to introduce the universal primary education, but called upon improvement in its financing to facilitate education. The Nakawa West MP decries the poor state of some health facilities which need urgent attention if the House is to appreciate the President's guidance on the country's performance.
Government must substantially increase investment in school infrastructure, review capitation grants to reflect the current realities, recruit and retain qualified teachers, strengthen technical and vocational education, and prioritize learning outcomes as the central measure of success. Or we risk producing a generation enrolled in school but unprepared for a modern world.
The Deputy Speaker Thomas Tayebwa has dedicated next week parliamentary sittings to continue with the debate on the motion moved by Prime Minister Robinah Nabbanja.